There's no shame.
I'm not ashamed.
No shame anywhere.
Our kids, they don't carry any burden of shame with the disease.
My son is HIV positive.
We're not meant to exist in any kind of shame.
I'm not ashamed or afraid to tell the truth.
I would never want my child to feel the sense of shame that is perpetuated on him for having HIV.
For us as a family, it's just to not have a fear base when the possibility of the fact that HIV exists in our home comes to the surface.
He's just like everybody else.
I'm not ashamed or afraid to tell people.
It's the reason people don't get treated in some of these other countries.
We are not keeping this a secret.
It does not own them. It does not define them.
It's the reason that people hide in secrecy and shame here.
We don't want him to feel the shame.
It's about not being ashamed.
The stigma is absolutely ignorant and ridiculous.
It's about not having shame over something you have absolutely no control over.
And if we did not start talking about it, nothing was ever going to change.
The reason this disease continues, the reason this disease is still such an issue, is all based on fear and lies and shame.
We just want him to live the happy, wonderful life that he deserves and that God wants him to have.
I am not ashamed.
If we belong to Christ, we're not meant to exist in any kind of shame.
There's God, He loves you.
And it will not impede any part of their life.
If one steps up, the rest would do it. Just the way it is.
I can't imagine hiding or making our child feel embarrassed or ashamed about being HIV positive.
They're going to be able to completely fulfill any and all of their dreams.
That's not his identity. That's not what he's about.
And until we eradicate shame, we will never eradicate the disease.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to share my story to anybody because it's just gonna help them. They're just gonna learn.
I never want him to be ashamed of who he is or of the fact that he is HIV positive.
And really live despite of the disease.
But if everybody's hiding away, nothing's ever going to change.
Until we're out in the open and we show people and we inspire others to fight this disease by the truth, it will never die.
It doesn't make those kids have to pay for it the rest of their life.
There is no shame.
Because I'm just not afraid of it. I'm not afraid what they think of me.
No shame in our game. If one steps up, the rest would do it. Just the way it is.
We're not meant to exist in any kind of shame.
I'm not ashamed or afraid to tell the truth.